Okay. Yeah, you actually, your mic is live, so you can Okay, we're good.
I should start talking when he puts it.
Welcome to Club Night. You know, this is probably actually it is the biggest event we've ever had at the Liberty Club at the end of the year. 105 people. I just want you to give yourself a big hand for the enthusiasm you've shown all year as well as tonight. Fantastic. The board has put together a great evening for you, what we think is a fun evening for you tonight. And I'd like to introduce you to our MC for the evening, Skip Matthews. Skip, I can't see him as well. Skip, it's all yours.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I'm at the point in my life where I find myself going in the other room and I'm thinking I came in here for a reason and I can't think of what it was. So I wrote a cue card tonight just to avoid the possibility that I'm out here with a mic in my hand in front of an audience and saying, I know I came out here for a reason. It was a night in late October. I was far from sober. I was heading home with a load of manly pride when my feet began to stutter and I slipped into the gutter. And a pig came up and laid down by my side. A lady passing by was heard to say, you can tell a man that boozes by the company he chooses. And the pig got up and slowly walked away. We got a good show lined up for you tonight. If you like comedy, we got a lot of comedy, and we've got if you like magic, everybody likes magic. I haven't met these two gentlemen before this evening. We had a little time to get acquainted in the green room before the show. All right, it's no green room, it's the men's room. So I thought I'd get things rolling here. Lady got out of the shower. She was toweling herself off, and her husband got in the shower. She heard the doorbell ring. She went downstairs, looked out the peep sight. It was their next door neighbor, Bill. She opened the door, she said, hi, Bill. Well, he looked at her, he said, you're looking good. He said, I'll tell you what, if you open that towel and give me a look, I'll give you $100. And he flashed a $100 bill. She opened the towel up, he took a good look, sure enough, he gave her the $100. She went upstairs, her husband said, who was at the door? She said, it was Bill from next door. He said, great, he said he was coming over to pay me the $100 he owed me. Mr. O'Malley went to the doctor to get the results from his recent tests, and he took his son with him. His son was in the waiting room, and O'Malley went into the examining room. The doctor said, I've got some bad news for you. There's no easy way to put this. He said, you've got a rare genetic disorder. You've only got 6 months to live. You need to get your affairs in order. He went out to the lobby. He said, son, we just got some bad news. I've got a rare genetic disorder. I've only got 6 months to live. Let's go to the bar. They went to the bar and they're having a beer. A bunch of his friends come in. They got a table. He said, guys, I've got some bad news today. They said, what's that? He said, I only have 6 months to live. I've got AIDS. They said, oh, no. Boy, they're buying pitchers of beer. This party's going on for a couple hours. Finally, all of his buddies leave. And his son said, Pop, why didn't you tell your friends you had AIDS? I thought you told me you had a rare genetic disorder. He said, I do, son. I just don't want any of them sleeping with your mother when I'm gone. was a young lady who went on a cruise. It was the first time she'd ever been on a cruise. And it was exciting. She thought she would keep a diary. Day one, she writes, "Boy, I love my cabin, and this ship is just absolutely gorgeous." Day two, she said, "The people are so friendly, and the food is outstanding." Day three, she said, "I met the captain at a cocktail party." Day four, the captain took me on a personal 2-hour tour of the ship. Day five, the captain told me if I didn't sleep with him, he was going to sink the ship. Day six, I saved 1,600 lives. Twice. Well, the president, he had a recent physical, and the doctor told him, he said, "Mr. President," he said, "you're under a lot of stress, you're not eating well, and you're not getting any exercise. You need to get on a serious exercise program." So the president decided he would get a kayak. This would be great. He could go out and paddle in the Potomac. He'd get away from the White House and all the stress, get away from the reporters. Sure enough, he's out there paddling along. This is really nice. A wave comes in, flips the kayak over, and he's trapped into the kayak. Luckily for him, 3 teenage boys were fishing close by, and 2 of them dove out of their boats, out of the boat. They swam over, and he got him out of the kayak. He said, "Boys, I'm the President of the United States. You saved my life. I need to reward you." Looked at the first kid. He said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "I've always wanted to go to West Point." The president said, "You're going to West Point?" Looked at the second one. He said, "What can I do for you?" He said, "Well, I always wanted to go to the Air Force Academy." He said, "You're going to the Air Force Academy." Looked at the last kid. He said, "How about you? What can I do for you?" He said, "I would like to have a plot in Arlington Cemetery." The president said, "How old are you, son?" He said, "I'm 18. He said, "Why would you want a plot in Arlington Cemetery?" He said, "Because when my dad finds out I saved your life, he's going to kill me." We've got a comedian coming up who is making a name for himself all across the country. And he's a young man, good-looking guy. He's got great timing and great delivery. And he has touched all of the boxes that I wanted to touch in my comedy career and never did. He's been on The Tonight Show several times. The Tonight Show is the ultimate for a comedian. You know to rise if you're on The Tonight Show. I happened to catch him on David Letterman. That's outstanding. And he's very, very good. I don't resent him at all. But I've been in the comedy business for 50 years of my life, and I'm still changing in the men's room. Something about that. How about bringing him on with a nice warm welcome and growth? Andy Henderson.
Give it up for Skip, everybody. Let him know Skip Matthews. 51 years doing comedy. Hello. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Everyone can hear me okay? Yeah? This sounds loud. Yeah. Billiards club. All of you guys play pool, or is it you brought some guests? Every single person? Who's the best pool player in here? Everyone's raising their hands. Oh, the president? Yeah. President of the pool. Anyway, good to be here. This is fun. I love being a comic. It's a great job. You get to sleep in as a comedian, which is incredible. My whole family, they're all early birds. This conversation happened last time I was home visiting. My mom's like, "I like to get up at 6 a.m. My brother's like, "I like to get up at 7 a.m. I'm like, I like to add those together, actually. Wake up at 13. It's good to see everyone's smiling faces. I can see you. I used to have really poor vision. I got